Christian Horner's future is one of the hottest topics in Formula One right now, and the British veteran appears to have his sights set on two potential destinations, with Aston Martin already attracting former Red Bull figures and partners, such as Adrian Newey and Honda. Could they also make a move for Horner? And more intriguingly, could this be the ultimate revenge for a man who, after 20 years of loyalty, was left out in the cold by the very team he helped build? There's still a significant question mark over Horner's next steps in the sport. While many fans are still reeling from the news that he is no longer Red Bull's team principal, others are already speculating about his next chapter. According to sources close to the paddock, two teams, Aston Martin and Alpine, are especially interested in securing his services. Both are on very different paths, with distinct goals and challenges, which means Horner's eventual decision would carry very different implications depending on the direction he chooses. Yet in both cases, they'd be getting a man who has been treated in a questionable way by Red Bull, and that could make him even more dangerous in a fresh environment. Let's look at both scenarios and explore which might suit him best. At the moment, Alpine seems to have a slight edge over Aston Martin in this race, largely due to their current situation. The French team is in desperate need of a proven leader, someone who's lifted championship trophies and understands what it takes to resurrect a team that has sunk to the bottom of the standings. Horner has been in that position before. Let's not forget what he achieved for Red Bull during the turbo hybrid era, rebuilding the squad, securing a crucial partnership with Honda, and steering the team back to winning ways with Max Verstappen as their spearhead. Despite the recent controversies that have left a lasting mark on his career, they are unlikely to be enough to keep him off the grid entirely. His capabilities are well known, and Alpine is aware of them. So, in a situation where he might be eager to join a struggling outfit, what position would Horner aim for? According to his longtime friend Bernie Eccleston, there's no chance Horner would accept a standard team principal role from his current standpoint. Instead, he would push for a more authoritative position, and with Alpine rumored to be considering selling a portion of the team, Horner could potentially use that to his advantage. Of course, he lacks the financial means to pull this off on his own, so he'd need a strong investment partner. But if he found one, and Horner is known for his persuasive skills, Alpine might be tempted to hand him a commanding role that could put them in a strong position to climb back into the midfield battle and eventually challenge the front runners. One thing is certain, whatever blemishes have appeared on Horner's record, he remains exceptional at one crucial aspect: managing and defending his drivers. Now, with a point to prove to the entire Formula One world, he'll be even more determined to show that he's still the cunning operator who understands the sport's intricacies better than almost anyone. Elaborating further on Horner's prospects, Eccleston remarked, "I think there's more chance of Lewis winning his 8th title than Christian becoming Alpine CEO. I don't know how, where, or even if he wants to return to the championship. He probably doesn't because what he really wanted at Red Bull was to own part of the team. Unless someone puts up the money to buy a team for him, I can't see it happening." Bernie's skepticism is understandable. Becoming a CEO is very different and much more complex than running the day-to-day operations of a race team, especially given Horner's current circumstances. Just because he seeks part ownership of a Formula One team doesn't necessarily mean he'll step into the CEO role. It's also worth noting Horner's close friendship with Flavio Briton, who himself made a dramatic return to Alpine. Should a collaboration emerge, Briton could play a pivotal role in making it happen. Martin Brundle shares a similar viewpoint. The F1 pundit believes Horner's Red Bull experience is too significant to be ignored, and that it has shaped him into a figure who cannot easily take a lesser role. You can't just go from being CEO of one of the most successful teams in the world to a step down, Brundle explained. Expanding on his view, he added, Christian wanted full control over what he felt he had created at Red Bull, acting in the team's best interests in a fast-moving, highly specialized business. I suspect he overplayed his hand. Once the support of the 51% Majestits family fell away, Red Bull Austria HQ seized the first opportunity to remove him. Given other events since Bahrain last year, especially involving Max Verstappen's uniquely influential father, Jos, it was game over. I'd be surprised if Christian doesn't come back sooner rather than later, this time with some level of ownership and control. Still, not everyone believes Horner's return to F1 is inevitable. Pierre Gasly, who was guided by Horner during his short-lived Red Bull stint in 2019 before being demoted after just 13 races, may not be eager to see him at Alpine. However, Even Gasly admits Horner's qualities are undeniable. When you've got the number of championships he has over 20 years, you can only respect his success and what he's done for Red Bull Racing. It's very impressive. He's extremely good at what he does. I'm sure we'll see him somewhere because with that experience and skill set, there will be teams interested in Christian. While Alpine appears the front-runner for Horner's services, it's far from a done deal. Aston Martin has also been making major moves, signing big names such as Newey, Cardile, and most importantly, Honda. That suggests this is a team willing to pursue Horner regardless of the price. Lawrence Stroll has a track record of targeting big names whenever they become available. However, the Horner to Aston scenario comes with complications. Newey, the former Red Bull chief aerodynamicist, is now a key technical figure at Aston Martin. If Lawrence Stroll and Newey were to discuss Horner's arrival, the response might be less than enthusiastic. After all, Horner was one of the central figures in the Red Bull drama that contributed to Newey's departure. Working alongside the same man again could be awkward at best. Many believe Horner is far more likely to work with Alpine than Aston Martin for this reason. While the tension between him and Newey may not have been personal, both were swept up in the team's internal conflicts. Some journalists point to moments like their joint appearance at an Oasis concert, where Newey is godfather to one of Horner's children, as proof their relationship remains cordial. But then again, Horner was also spotted having lunch with Briton in London, adding another layer of intrigue. Ultimately, Horner's unpredictability makes this a difficult call. He hasn't revealed exactly what he wants from his next role, though reports suggest he prefers a more commanding position. Some have floated the idea of him taking a post with the FIA, but that's been quickly dismissed. Horner isn't the type to sit in an administrative role. He thrives on the competitive edge, squaring up against other team principals and owners to rebuild another outfit from the ground up. So, where will he go next? And after 20 years with Red Bull, will his next move be the ultimate comeback story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And when you're done, click the video now appearing on your screen for more breaking Formula One updates.